nations you could pick for doing the any percent category. But anyway, back to trying this French thing. No, we're back to this. Alright. Ready, steady, cook again. And this time we know that what we want to do is train, tool, and then steel. Something like that. And whilst that's going, you and you, if they ask for a trade deal this time, we'll say yes, trying to get them to be more friendly. I'm okay with that. Maybe the nation to wait for them to be busy is Austria, because England doesn't really have our number of troops. Everyone wants a bloody trade agreement with us. Anyway. Soon TM. In fact, it might be an idea to increase the output of the ones we have for the moment. So, like, if we go here, and we say temporarily do this to improve this, it does get us out of being critically short for the moment, and that is surprisingly worthwhile. Because then these are no longer complaining about being ultra critical. Now, how much does one of these use? It uses 50, so we want to go like 1, 2, 3, and then an a coal. Let's just dial these back. Fine, I'll dial them back like that if that's what makes you happy. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 coal. And then 1, 2, 3. And then 1 coal. And then 1, 2, 3. And then 1 coal. Let's see if that's going to overwhelm the available infrastructure. No, it's not. No, it's not. So 1, 2, 3. And then 1 coal. Still not. 1, 2, 3. And then 1 coal. Now that does run out of infrastructure there. So that's the upper limit of that for the moment. Now we're supplying our own choo-choo trains. I could conceivably get... He hasn't set me as rival this time. Let's see if we can get him happy. If we can get him happy, he might not interfere against Spain. And he has banned opium, so you should be looking to dow them. Yeah, no, as much as the slight shortage on art is a little bit of a problem, it's nowhere near as much of a problem as our construction industry being out of available iron. Cough, 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 cough. Nothing that you want to hear. Actually, even both of these don't bring the market back into balance for tools. So I should add in, like, at least 2 more. Yeah, then we're in a good place for tools. You might as well finish the one that was almost done, and the same for that. He's still not opium warring, despite the opium ban. Are there any of these that we should be looking at doing? Maybe either direction of there. This is fine. Although realistically, maybe that. Don't know, I do like the authority. Maybe this time Great Britain is deciding not to side with drugs. Well, there we go. He's busy with someone. But I think they will... Well, we'll see if they back down. Siam might not back down. If they don't, we might be able to do our Spain plan. He still hasn't actually raised his troops. It's a bit insulting. He built a fort. It depends where it is. I see the ones he used to have in the HRE border. But he's always had that one. Now they're backing down. It does not look like they are going to back down. We've also got too much money, which is a lovely problem to have. We kind of need one more steelworks as well. Okay, here's a war. We can have another go at this Spain thing. Since when does Russia have an interest here? Well, we can only try. Nah, even though they liked us. I mean, I guess the issue is that they don't like us once we get the infamy from declaring that we want to absorb. Spain is the issue there. So even if they like us, this won't work. If anything, I would have been better off doing this sooner, before both of these could join against us. It's kind of stupid that you let their units move by sea during this phase. Right? Like, if we were saying we were about to go to war with them, why are we letting them transport hundreds of thousands of troops via sea across here instead of killing it with our navy that was positioned here? But anyway, I don't really want to go over there. don't know all of. I don't have a good grasp on big wars like this yet. I've tended to only declare ones where I'm overwhelmingly the superior party. Occitania guy needs some upgrading. There are no generals. But we just hired the new guy. Look, and he's standing by and doing nothing. Yeah, okay, you need me to use the bigger navy. Fair enough. No. Teleportation no jutsu. Good. And then... where did other high level guy go? Did another general die? Teleportation no jutsu him in as well. Okay. Yeah, the AI doesn't seem to react to new fronts especially well. So if you create multiple, they will stress out a bit. I kind of want steel frame buildings. Okay, do we have any other... this guy can now teleport to here. Freeing up this guy to then invade another front, say over here. Except that now that is understaffed, so we've got you here. You need to defend that one. Right now, please. You're doing that one. And then you're Thomas Burgo. You're the one that we want to use to attack now. Oh my god. Can you not just pick whatever? Whoever the guy that has been selected, where was he? I think it was that one. So new standing by guy becomes defend here guy. Which is this guy. There we go. Do 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 do. I shall go into battle with my top hat. No, that just extended those fronts together, so let's tell you to go rest. And then that means we can use you to naval invade somewhere else. Sure, the Baleares doesn't matter. Wasn't there a report of one French guy who walked up to the German front complete with machine guns with a cane in his hat? Not that I'd ever heard. We control all the war goals, so it's just a matter of time. Yeah, this is going well. Won't hurt to add the Baleares in as occupied land. And cheers Orlov for contributing to the Pokemon community long play points drive. There goes the Baleares. Okay, and then this guy. Where are you teleported to? You've teleported to over here. We could have him naval invade there. How are these going? We've almost addressed the steel deficit. Well, the iron deficit, I should say. There's a proposed peace deal. Puppet Spain. I do accept this. Welcome to being my little minion. And so Cuba is ours, as is the Philippines. Now I'm going to have to wait for forever for that infamy to go away before I'm allowed to actually eat them. To which end... maybe I should stop doing that and stop doing that so that I've got more of my points back so that we burn off infamy that bit quicker. Now, if we've corrected the shortage of iron, which is almost true, or it was almost true, but now it looks like Spain's eating our iron. Rebellious. They view France as a tyrannical oppressor. Yeah, we should add in some more production. Alright, so we go in here and we say... let there be... oh, I don't know. Say 4 more of those. And then see how much that disbalances our resourcing queue. Then we need more timber. So we flood the Brittany timber market. Might as well do that first, because they're actually really quick to construct. Certainly 4 times quicker than the iron mines. So we're currently dealing with the wood. Iron is next in the queue. And then we need a tool or 2. So back to here. There's more space for tools. So say double that tool output. Maybe 2 at the front and 2 at the end seems good. I barely oppressed them. I'm sure they'll get over it. Is there anything else I'd want here? We could colonize somewhere. We can colonize several somewheres. We could declare an interest down here. And start colonize South America as well. And we might as well do... there as well. Let those settle in. Colonize absolutely everything we can. It's more resources to bring back home to build into useful things. And I can probably turn this off now. Still earning too much money. So I probably need another, oh, I don't know, 4 of these? Let's say 5. Well, normally I'd say 10. So let's do 8. Cheers, Solaran. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Although that's probably now going to make iron start to go super critical again. Have a promotion, what do I care? What the hell is using explosives? Cheers, Salah. Thank you for the sub, mate. Hope you're having a lovely time. No, I didn't want to build one. I wanted to know where it's being used. Okay, it's being used here. That means, do we have any chemical plants? No. We're going to need to address this if we want our army to remain viable. So,
I've heard there
I
are
guess
jobs
limousine.
here. I want to be a lion tamer.
And chuck that to the front of the queue. And cheers. Silly Thang. Oh no. Slit Bang. Yeah, those two should take care of that shortage. Then we build some more things using them up, and then we build some more. Good, 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 good. Construction is now happily producing a teeny tiny negative. But we could use more. So we will. Chuck them to the front. Cheers, Pizza Knot. I should probably undo that one and add it to services instead. Oh, iron's gone critical. We've finally made it go critical, so you need to go to the top. So do you. And that probably means we should turn this one back on. Try and uncritical it. There, we've uncriticaled it. Until we fix it, that's going to have to stay on there. And then you are going to produce explosives, my friend. He's still fighting Siam. And now we are critically short on dyes. Can I do anything about that? Yes, I can. We could build up to 10 of them. We produce 50, so we need like 6 more. Chuck them at the front. Farms are really quick to build, so that's fine. That's because of this one. But that will fix as this guy comes online, hopefully, which means we need to consume more consume more of this. And that probably crashes the, yeah. But are there cows to say to poop and balance that out? There are cows, but not enough to say to poop. So we turn off a whole bunch of them. Try and bring balance to the poop production and poop consumption. Okay, we can have 90 more, which is 30, 40. Perfect. That's pretty perfect. That is the shiniest avatar? Sorry? Okay, are these doing what they're supposed to? Maybe one more? Oh, the shittiest avatar. Sorry, not shiniest. I don't know why I thought shiniest. One more is about right. We're making too much money again, but we still haven't actually gotten around to consuming the iron. You know what? I'm going to tax less. And then we need more train. So, train here. This still doesn't meet the shortfall in iron. So we need more after that.
I've heard there are jobs here. I want to be a lion tamer.
Cheers, Ghost of Nixon. Nixon. Burgundy can have at least 20. In fact, it can have 40. 1, 2, 3, and then we should add in another coal. And then 1, 2, 3. Or whatever. And then another coal. And then 1, 2, 3. And then another coal. Okay, that should keep us busy for a while. Those interests should have been added, and we can colonize new things. So, please colonize these. Down there. Actually, I should have done that one. All these silly little islands can be ours as well. Basically, if it can be a colony, it should be a colony. Not enough peasants there to make that colony worth it in terms of building anything. Now, what are our most profitable industries? iron. Logging. Logging being really good is actually really, really good. Iron, logging, tooling, chemical. And textile and food. Well, logging is really, 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 really quick to spit out. So we should probably do all the logging we can. As long as there's still a shortage. And there is. Because that's the quickest way to earn more bucks. $56, $57, $58, $59, $60, $61, $62. And then that needs another coal. Maybe one more coal for good measure. And we're going to be one over the limit. So actually I'm going to have to live without one of those, sadly. And then I should be able to turn this off. Without criticalling everything. Very good. I'm sorry, what? Okay, how do you plan to do this? I'm genuinely interested. Okay, and the rest can stay like that. Well, at least we have a reason to tax more now. And it's kind of tempting to go and invade you, honestly. Now, once these are done, what else do we want? Because this isn't going to take all that long. We probably want to start producing even more... I actually need desperately more of this, so... 3 more of you. We've also got too much poo again. Let's change you up. We could even use a little more poo. And a little more poo. One more. So Prussia is making absolutely no ground. How goes the invasion of USA? Unsuccessfully. This number has gone ballistic. This number was like... what? 50? Shortly before? Well, let's see if we can go kick Prussia out then. Yeah, alright, young. It's going alright. We've knocked out 2 categories today so far. They're pretty meme categories, but hey, it's 2 more records. One of which was 2 seconds, all of. 2 seconds, thank you. The any percent category. Landing there is not successful. What about over here? Landing here is also not successful. So as much as we wish we could go take Prussia, not really. Oh wow. What the heck? Oi. Might makes right until they see the light. They must be protected, all their rights respected, till somebody we like can be elected. Members of the Corps all hate the thought of war. They'd rather kill you off by peaceful means. Stop calling it aggression. We hate that expression. We only want the world to know that we support the status quo. They love us everywhere we go, 'cause where we go, we send the Marines. So Prussia accepts they can't do anything. But here my little guy seems to be, being a bit stupid. Oh no, he's earning land back. That's fine. Ooh! Oh, come on! Where's the... They're encircled and trapped and dead. In the middle of... Come on! Instead of retreating to back here. That would have been lovely to wipe out 80k of... this. If only it was Hoy. Rate my encirclement. Yeah. Okay, they've been kicked back out. All is once again as it should be. Well, not quite, because we actually lost some ground. Very well then. What's going on? How are you losing that front? Questionably. We need new things to be building, so what's next? Train again. Train and steel. We got our second railway. Train is being held up by steel. Yeah, 3 looks like a good amount. And then that will fix train. And then clothing. Although also still lumber. Armagnac seems fine. And then Languedoc. And then Orleans, why not? Alfern, people must know of his depravity. The new ones should probably be non-hardwood mixers. At least for the moment. We need some sort of fortification complex. Okay, this is all going as well as we might want. Once those are done, what else? Probably more timber. Let's just build an absurd amount of timber and then turn that timber into... Yeah, we've got 8 spaces. Make sure all those new ones are not dual purpose. At least not for the moment. Cheers, Irishman. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the host. I hope you are happy with your EU4 experience, whether that is for having gotten addicted again or just having had your hit and had your fill for a while again. Both of these still need more. There is no more space here, though. There is no more space there either. You think the addiction has returned? Oh no. Oh no. 1, 2, and that means we can have 6. And 10 in total is about as many as we can handle, so that's probably actually about right like that.
I've heard there are jobs here. I want to be a lion tamer.
Timid Pimp. Thank you kindly for the follow. Get rid of you. Let's have a look how tools are going. I can't tell because you're not built yet. We can tell here though. Tools need 300-ish. If 8 is 7, then we need 4 more.
I want to be a lion tamer.
4 more fits. Cheers. McGoob. 1. Thank you kindly for the follow. You, please just defend now once. It would be lovely if you could click this and it, like, obviously doesn't change the battle as it is at the time, but it means that they, once the current battle is over, flip to the new thing. It's... I don't see a good reason for this not to let you flip it whilst they're in battle and just have it apply after, as soon as it finishes. Wilhelm von Krausnach. I mean, he's losing. And it doesn't seem like USA has done anything. I mean, you'd say queuing orders is a basic for any RTS. Yes. So I don't see why not here as well. Once all those logging camps are done, and our theoretical shortfall of logs is dealt with, we could start turning that into more glassworks, that's for sure. Four of those is approximately 5. 5 is 10, so there's still space for glassworks. We can do 6. 6 is going to increase die usage by about another 60, so we come over here and we chuck in 4 more dies. Assuming that they fit, and they do. Hell, chuck in 1 extra. Are you not sick of this yet, Prussia? We're only 20% occupied. It's still good, it's still good. I noticed that that number is quickly also raising. At least this seems to have capped out. He's boosted it up to 300 and then left it about that same number. It was a bit worrying that it was just going to continue going to the moon. Is it Wilhelm? Yep, we've got Wilhelm. And Prussia was kicked out. And now we're going to be faced with this eternal war situation again, which is a bit of a pain. You come raid convoys here. You come raid convoys here. See if you can't piss off America by raiding all their convoys to death. A peace deal is proposed. He will give us war reps. That seems really good. I agree. Give me war reps. Lovely. That means we can go back to not taxing as much, which means we can look at how much steel or iron we've got spare, and maybe add in some more production queue. Iron is only slightly short. Slightly short is not enough. It must be considerably short, please. Let's add another 20. Yes, we're getting all of America's future cookies. Night, Irishman. Thank you for putting up with my backseating. Remember, viewers, when you're the world's leading at something, it's not backseating, it's tutoring. Very good. We've made wood in balance. Nah, you're good, Salah. And Irishman streaming is an extremely rare occurrence, so I don't know how useful that will be, but it's certainly not a bad thing to do. Let's pop these to the top because it's actually more importantly short than the logs. Now, if all those logs are basically already at balance and we're building more, we should work out what we're going to spend the remaining logs on. Some of them will go here, but nowhere near that many. Is this more or less expensive than furniture, I guess? Or is it more or less profitable than furniture? It's actually less profitable than furniture. So in a strict sense, we should probably be making the furniture. But I just hate balancing hardwood versus normal wood. I guess the question becomes how many lead mines do we have? And Algiers says we have... Algiers and Alverne says we have all the lead mines we could ever need. So no, we can just go all in on the glass. Which is then going to mean like another bunch of dyes, but we'll worry about that once those start being built. Back this back up so we're only losing a teeny tiny bit. What's this? Chile versus Tadachile. They're trying to step in on my colonizing space, but good for them if they manage to trigger the natives to rise up against them. Not a lot I can do about them beating me to it. Oh. Oh no, that's the Netherlands, not me. Boo hiss. What's this? Oh, poor Krakow. Is Austria gonna help you, bro? No, Austria is not going to help you. Well, rip. Rip Krakow. Okay, and then the extra 20 levels of building have disbalanced iron again. So we come look here and we say, where can we have more? Apparently in Champagan. We could have at least 10. And that means we need like 2.5 coal mines somewhere. Which is still limousine. 8 is 16. That actually uses up all of that, so we need a railway and then 2 more. Krakow gonna get Krakowed. Okay, and then those finish. We actually have a little bit of a surplus, which is lovely. Honestly, I should probably do nothing but another set of these and then build another set of construction industries. So if that uses up 20, which gets us to 40, we can add in one of these and do 10 more. There are enough people, and then that means 2.5 more coal mines. Let's do 3, and that should all work out. And then, is that enough to meet the shortfall that we just created? So, how much is 20 going to be? If 22 is 1k, then this is about 1k, and how much are we short? We're short basically exactly 1k, so no, we need more than that if we want to expand the construction industry any further. We could take another look at Burgundy. Burgundy has people. It has 20 available infrastructure, so 10 more of these. And that means 2 more coal mines. And you know what? That means that although these glassworks are kind of needed, they can wait, because booming the build eco is more important. I should probably just tax more and boost this up. So we could have... how many more of these? Five produces 10, each one produces 2, and we need 60, so we need 30 unis. How much paper is that going to consume? We're already short 300, so we need 5 levels of paper. And then 30 unis will consume something like 100. So I need 400 more paper, which is about 6 more levels of paper mill. Let's just do 7, because it's a slightly nicer number. 7 is 14. 14 doesn't take us over this. And we can have 1 railway. Ah, the trouble is there are no more people in Paris. So even if I build those, there's not going to actually be enough people to staff it. I've been too spoilt by being China. Well, that means we don't really need the railway. Do we take a if we build it they will come approach? We are colonizing. We're colonizing everything that we can get our grubby little hands on. Actually, everything except one. But Indonesia, Australia, New Zealand, South America, Africa, everything is getting our mitts in. Okay, steel building. Even more beautiful infrastructure. As well as the ability to make the steel maced construction. Not that we have the explosives or steel for that. We should look over here and then what would make us the best money. Yeah, probably you. Actually, no, this one for the economy of scale. You could, but we did separate ones, and that's why it's listed as separate. We got any percent done in 2.5 seconds, and then the other one was like 7 minutes of getting Wello to rebel and victory. Yeah, that's about going to use sulfur up exactly. Making too much money again. I don't think so. I don't think we'll get Paris Commune as well. But I guess it depends on how long we take. So we've got to wait like 10 more years before our infamy from absorbing Spain goes away. Hell, it's more like 15. Well, 18? 18 probably. Sure, take more money. Money we got. I mean, the idea was that maybe we trigger the, maybe we trigger the natives to rebel against us and get to eat the whole state. So it's a... You gotta take the roll of the dice in order to get it. If there was a way to sell this to them, I would, but it doesn't exist in this game yet. There's no sell province.
I've heard there are jobs here. I want to be a lion tamer.
Yes, they were also colonizing, and they were lucky enough to be the ones that got the try to rise up and oppress or undo the fact that you're colonizing. We could still get it against this guy. And we can still get it against Mapuche. And we can still get it against New Zealand. Now, what would we need to flip these over? Glass, 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 explosives. So if I want to flip a big stack, it costs 200 explosive, 1k steel. Well, we're on our way to making the glass. $800 more glass. That is not gonna make 800 glass. That is gonna make like 400 glass. Not even. In fact, it looks like it's worth to... It might be worth to do that. How many explosives? Yeah, we'll probably flip that down, use this for construction glass. Steel needed 4k or 1k for one stack? $1k. So steel needs... like 4 times as big as this, or a better system here, which actually we could be doing. Yeah. Sorry, mechanized workshops. I need better steel. So let's assume better steel is online by the time we're finished building the steel. How many more steel do we need? It goes from 65 up to like 80. So 80 div 1000. It's like 12.8 or something. Yeah, 12.5. So I need 12.5 steel mills. So 8 more steel mills than we currently have. Pickety has the space. Done. And then how much more explosives? So we've got glass and steel taken care of. What about the explosives component? How many of them do we need? 200. And I have no better explosive tech. I can at least put up the price of poo. If I do that, does that critically raise the price of poo? No, that makes poo about right. And then we needed what? Was it 200 or 300? I've already forgotten. $200. So I need like 12 of these as well. Or I need a better process here. I might make do with it not quite meeting our needs and do mechanized workshop then that. So say 4 more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That takes it up to just below its capacity. We're going to need 1 more sulfur. We're going to need like 2 more coal. And say 2 more spare just for the future proofing. Okay, and then when all of that is done, we can flip one of the construction industries over to steel buildings. And that basically increases our construction ability by a third. I might even be able to get away with doing one of the little ones now. We need a couple more leads. We need about 3 more leads. Oh, we need more lead if we go up to this, and then that means I don't need as many of these. Although spare glass will be, well, no. We'll still stick with this many because we're going to need glass for people, not just building stuff. Any plans to do American territory? No, I don't think it's plausible in the current patch. The devs have said on stream that the way that these states used to be balanced was that the Indians used to own more or less everything to the west of the Appalachians. And I personally feel like they probably balanced the achievement for being possible then. They said on stream that it used to be that way, but then they didn't like how hard a time America was having of expanding, so they swung the pendulum the other way to where the Indians get basically nothing so that America can totally steamroll them, and now they feel that it's gone too far that way and it's going to come back towards the middle. I don't really think it's all that reasonable a thing to do at the moment. Like, maybe if you get just exactly right diplomacy and someone makes America spit out things, you might be able to get it to a coast and then get to other places in the world, but no. At the moment, that would be more an RNG, pull the lever enough times until you get the exact right alignment of stuff rather than a reliable strategy. Okay, the steel is coming online. And I know this looks weird to do it like this, but we don't actually need any of them to come online until all of them come online. So flipping them around to try and sync them up actually makes a surprising amount of sense. Like, I want all of these and all of these to come online at the same time, basically. And then we flip one of the construction industries over to using steel and explosive. Okay, that's probably enough fiddling with those. Finish, and then we'll see if we can get this to exist. Is there anywhere that isn't actually taxing the right amount? You're taxing, 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 and you're taxing. So everywhere is taxing the right amount. Where was the closest to not taxing correctly? Both of these are barely taxing correctly. I'll add in just a little bit more. Okay, we got that by technology spread. Efficiency goes up, economy of scale. Sewing and workshops need to go be reassessed whether we can... Chomp, yes please, and you. And then what has that done for a shortage of tools? Tools are now quite short, but not ultra critically short. They're already using steel tools, so that's not getting better in the short term. What we could do is build some more tool works. Somewhere where they can fit. Yeah, healer is good. How much is a single tool works? I forget. Each one is 80. And we need how many? So we need like 10. Slightly more than 10, but close enough. 10. Let's add 15. Get ahead of the curve. Okay. All of those are done and all of those are done, so we can try flipping you and watch the money drain out of our coffers. But suddenly these should be profitable. And suddenly these should be profitable. So much preparation for flipping over to steel. It was a fair bit of work. But hey, it increased our production by like a third. That's nothing to sneeze at. The flower pots better be amazing. Even with explosives being super expensive, this place isn't really making money. Just because there's too much fertilizer. We need to get the better process for this. So nitroglycerin it is. And then this will be able to flip up to here and generate more explosive ratio, which means how much more sulfur? 150. How much do we have at the moment? Spare or not enough? We have minus 100, so we want 250 more, which is about 5 of you, maybe 6. 6 can fit. Very good. We're actually at the point where I can't queue things quite quickly enough, so what do we need next? After tools and glass, we need glass again. Glass was more... No, glass, the solution was doing this and producing just glass. And flipping up to this, which needed 500 more lead. Which Alvern can take care of. Have a train line. How much is a single lead? We need 500 and this is 7. We need about... like 9 more. Let's go to 13. Should do it. Which trade law are we using? I don't care. I honestly don't care because I don't involve myself in trade. If the AI wants to trade with me, they are allowed to, but I don't go out actively trading with the AI especially. Kill off that one. Kill off that one. Kill off that one. Do I have a fabric shortage? I do not. Then why are we buying your fabric? Unless he's buying my fabric, but surely not. Well, true. The only reason I have a surplus is because we'd only be under by 500. Anyway, back to sorting the list and working out what we actually need to deal with, which apparently at the moment is porcelain. And that means we're going to need even more lead than that. Because I want both the things doing the... Both of the glassworks doing fancy glass. So if 20 is going to use 500, 10 should use 250. Maybe 5 more of these. Something like that. Yeah, that looks about perfect. Which means flip up the glassworks to using fancier lead. Lead is slightly critical, but then these come online and the problem goes away. Very good. And then what? Because we're running out of things to build. Train again. Sure. Hell, even 2 train? No, 1 train is plenty. Then what? Food. Food is going to need grain. Grain is short, so we find somewhere that can have grain. You can definitely have grain. Graintown population U. How many? 30 grain. Actually, it probably can't handle 30 grain worth of people. 40k. How many spare people do you have? Oh no, 200. It can handle 30 grain. 30 grain it is. Okay, that's the grain. 8, 16, 24, 32, so that's going to go up by about 1,000. 1,000 is still 1,000 short, so we need another set of grain. This can handle about the same sort of idea, except that we don't need tons of wine. And 5 less, because otherwise we're over the limit. And then that should mean that we have enough for food. Then where do we place the food? Nitroglycerin. Building, please. Nitroglycerin was unlocking what important thing? Ah, the plant pot makers. Here. There we go, and now we're meeting the explosive needs, so the cost of building should drop considerably. And with all of the extra farms coming online, we'll actually also make use of the fertilizer. And then it was food thingy. So where can food be produced? Normandy? Yeah, Normandy looks fine. So we go... How many... I forget how many a food thing is worth. Please tell me. Plain old boring normal food. I don't need alcohol, I just want food. How many do you make? 45 per, so 50. Yeah, grain is the best fertilizer dump. 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, and we're making how much extra grain in a second? We're making like 1,000. So there's really no limit on how many of these we could have. As many as will fit, which is like 30. Yeah, 30, that works well. This is going down, but it's going down at a very sustainable rate. We've almost caught up to Great Britain. Right. It would be kind of cool if you could fix this open and then hover on parts of the graph and it would tell you the number at that time on the graph. Do my livestock farms produce manure? They do, because I want them producing the extra cloth. If you turn off the cows... Where's somewhere that actually has cow? If you turn off extra food, they don't produce as much cloth. And I want the cloth. Grain is cheap. Cloth slightly less so. Okay, hundreds of wheat farms. And then the food industries, and then what? Steel is critically short, and that is not acceptable. The answer to that was that you are meant to flip up to the better process, and so is these guys. Now it's only short instead of critically short, which should also do wonders for our cost of production, construction. We need like another 8 steel mills. I don't even know if we have that much iron available. Also, coal has gotten too expensive. Quit telling me about elections, I don't care. Okay, that takes care of coal. And a little bit of iron, which we actually have a surplus of. So sure, more steel mills then. There's still space here. Say 8 more. That barely meets that need. Now we get to see these. Excellent. You can have your promotion. Switzerland is at war with Switzerland. Chile has been extra lucky and is getting to eat my Poochie. Boo, hiss, we didn't manage to trigger eating any of these. How's New Zealand going? At least New Zealand's going well. And Western Australia? Could be worse. My Poochie. He's our doggo. My Poochie. My Poochie. I don't know, is it Mapooch? Or Mapuche? To me, that reads My Poochie. And we're making money again. I should probably be speeding this up. Now, the groceries here are just a way of turning wheat into slightly more food. Also, it's a higher class of food. So rich people eat groceries, but they don't like eating wheat as their fancy food. So it both gives you an efficiency multiplier on the amount of food and ups its class. I suppose it does cost you workers and infrastructure slots, but so would having farms. Okay, and then once all the food and steel is added, what? The rich people demand croissant. That looks like more of a bagel to me. But I see bagel, cheese, and maybe carton of milk. I don't know what that blue thing is. So we're dealing with steel, we're dealing with food, we're dealing with coal. We need some more gun. We could happily increase this to double. And triple. And that would be about perfect. 8 more. 8 more doesn't go over your infrastructure. And it doesn't run you out of population, so that's fine. Then what? More art. We could have one more art school in Paris. But Paris is out of people. So unless we can start saving people by doing this sort of thing, to inject people in other locations. Save some of the workers. After those two, what else? No, never furniture. How are the Ming vases coming along? Yep, they exist. Dye is still undersold. Lead is in need of like 3 or 4 more. We're slightly over, so I guess you can have another train, and then each level of this is how much? Or no, because we could instead do that. But we still need a train there, because then that can become... Yeah, let's see if this does go critical. Is that way too much supply of lead? It's a fair bit of lead. But it's not way too much. And there are still available people. So you know what? We will add in some extra wheat farms in the meantime. Can we use more wine? Wine is undersupplied. So grain and wine there seems fine. Especially because the grain demand is going up as all of these fill in. See? Less than 900 food becomes more than 900 food and makes an itty-bitty bit of profit. So we're dealing with the steel, we've got grain on the go, we've got coal and a little bit of iron on the go, but we just drastically increased our coal usage by flipping these over. So we should flip the others as well, especially the coal. That's a self-fulfilling thing. So coal here, use more coal to get more coal. And then that means maybe that we can also boost up the iron. And then maybe flip the other construction industry over as well. Let's try. Urban, rural, coal. All of you use this. And then all of you use this. And then how does our coal look then? Coal looks okay, so we'll say iron go, and then we say construction, you, other stack, steel. Now steel is super expensive but not critically, and we have added another 100-ish to our production capacity. And we're also losing money hand over fist. But the steel is coming online. How much of it? 700. So we need another 8 steel somewhere. Where can fit 8 steel? Languedoc. There we go. And then because the other one is doing okay, you can become fancy glass. Yes, that's all good. Alright. Now this is decreasing at a bit more of a significant rate, but we are also producing just so much more production. fact, we're almost running out of things to build. What do we want next then? We want clothing. We really need those steel mills to finish. Where can clothing go? Provence? Yep, clothing can go in Provence. That's 60. So we actually need a train line there then. Something like that. And that's going to need... $300 more silk, 300 more dye, and a bunch more tool. In fact, tools are going critical. But tools are in part only going critical because the steel is currently critical. So as soon as these start kicking in... It's so weird seeing iron like this. So tools. Actually, that's too many, but I suppose we could add a train line in as well. There, then that works. Okay, then when those were done, we needed what? Silk and dyes. So dyes... Pondicherry is almost out of people. But it's not out of infrastructure, so 10 more of these. In fact, 11. Well, 10 is good. And then it was... silk. Now, we are in the unique position of actually being able to build silk, which is somewhat of a rarity in Europe. If we're building 64 plus 32, I don't know my half power of 32 additions. 96, 80 plus 20 is like 103, so 96. 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. But 7 matches nicely in numbers more, so we go to there. And what if we used basic this? We would lose tons of money. And canneries? That makes sense because I've got spare iron and I don't have that many groceries. Now we, if anything, have too many groceries, but that's a good problem to have. People having cheap food is good. What we do need now, though, is cheaper fish. So make sure all the fish are set to... Where are the fish? Use trawlers everywhere. And then I need like 8 more fish. Aquitania? Sure, you can become the fishing capital of the nation. The textile mills are getting built, which means we can go flip you to over here. Textile, then the dye, then the silk, and then the fish, and then what? I need more explosive again. So I need like half this again. There are available people, so train line and then 5 more. Which uses 10, as long as we're less than 10 over, which we are, that was all fine then. That balances explosive. And once explosive is done, quite possibly even more fabric. Well, no, this is all still building. So, glass. Glass looks the more reasonable. What can we do to get more glass? How good is this game? I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I wonder how much lasting power it's going to have. Like, I don't know if I'm going to go to tens of thousands of hours, like certain other games. It's probably more going to be Hoi-like than that for me, where I get a couple of thousand. I didn't realize we have gold mines. And then what was I complaining about? I was complaining about... glass. So, glass is lead. Also, we need a bit more sulfur. Yeah, French Senegal, you can become the sulfur center of our land. 4 of you here. Actually need hardwood again. What about normal wood? Normal wood's about right, so we could actually flip some of the logging camps into dual purpose, and then that might bring more balance to the force. A little bit more, please, they say. There we go, that's brought balance to the logging force. Oh, Mapuche! Yes! So we're going to get to eat the rest of this. You, army, exist, go, crush Mapuche. No, people can love us. Rubber Rush, where? French Guiana. Well, welcome to being a full state, and welcome to, I don't know about rubber yet. Rubber Rush, even though you don't know how to build it. Sure, whatever. If anything, we're producing too many luxury clothes, but whatever. We should probably go learn about rubber. Then what? It was glass. So we were looking at more glass. Where can fit more glass? Franche Comte can fit more glass. And do we need more of this? We do not, so it should be purely glass. Yep, that uses up basically all of that. Two spare. The 2 spare can be... apparently not iron. Yeah, we're gonna crush Mapuche. Who cares? Maybe I drop this one back if we're overproducing. And even one more. There we go, we've brought balance to the iron force. Good. Silk, art. Now we need liquor. We didn't need liquor before. And you still claim that will lose me money. Because it's going to crash the liquor price too much. Glass is getting done. We need more wine. So more wine is actually flipping more of these to... Vine. Every single one is already on wine, and yet we're not producing enough wine. Do we have enough wheat? We have enough wheat, but we don't have enough wine. All the tools that we just saved from downgrading the iron, we'll put into making this better. Do I need that much meat? Yes. Yes, I do need that much meat. Welcome to France. There's never enough wine. Yeah. What else do we need? Tobacconist? I didn't actually want to build one in Pondicherry. I did want these four, though. Pondicherry, you are too good to have tobacconist, I'm sorry. Does it even have a port? It doesn't even have a port. Well, it can have a port. No, it does have a port. Then why are you complaining? Oh, because that's Pondicherry. Here, have a port and have a tobacconist. Okay, where else? There's Mapuche. Can Mapuche have anything? So you need a port. Might as well start making you French. There's enough for one wheat farm. There's enough for one wheat farm. Well, it slightly helps the lack of wine problem. Not very much, mind you. We're saving too much money because nothing's getting built. What else do we need to build? Fish. I thought we built enough fish. Well, we could have some more. What about fishing Corsica? If each one is 50, then we could have up to 8 more, so that does with that. What else could Corsica do? 8, 9, 10, we could have 4 more. Sure, produce some log. Sure, we got spare money at the moment. What else? Tobacconist, I can't do much about. We can do another bit of you. Steel is overproduced. Could drop you back. It's still overproduced. What if we dump you up but jump the bigger one down? There we go. Now steel is in better balance. But honestly, we should just find a way of using up the steel. So put that back and work out how we're going to use the steel. Do we need more tools? We do need more tools, and tools successfully uses up the steel. We can have 5 more of you. That chews up some of it. What else could we have? We probably can have another 5 of those if we're being honest. Okay. Then what? Dies again. Yeah, baking powder, but we don't care. Have 3 more dyes. Then we're out of dyes. The best one is French Cameroon. 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, it looks like there's enough workers for at least 4. It's not quite 10, but it'll do. At least keeps the building industry busy. How does our infamy look? Still too big to eat Spain. It's more per product. Sorry, it's more produced, not less used. Output is increased, not required input is decreased. Oh my god, the die plant not getting done. That means you again. What else? Okay, liquor. We can deal with that by making a new liquor factory place. So, print out 2 railways and then print out 20 of you. And these ones concentrate exclusively on making alcohol. Is there enough spare grain? Yeah, there's probably about enough spare grain for that. We could use a little more, so search for where there are spare people. Chuck in a railway. And chuck in, say, 30 grain. So this is beautifully coming up, but how good are the next... So we've gotten up to 5. New Brunswick has the best. Yeah. They're taking advantage of the fact that they're in the British market. They import stuff really... They process it into extremely expensive things and then sell it back to Britain where it's bought at high price. Good for them. We should be looking at what our most valuable buildings are, which are apparently glass, tool, and furniture. Well, we can definitely do more tool. There are still 3 people here. Have a railway. Have 5 tools. Oh, hell, have 10 of them. And then that should use up all the spare steel. In fact, it's already using up all the spare steel. We need slightly more. There's still a fair few places with unemployed. This, and we do 5 more steel mills. Glass. What about Rhone? Rhone still has people, sure. Glass. Well, actually, let's do 3 of you, 4 of you. Yeah, that's about right for that. And then say 2 of you, 2 of you, 2 of you. Keep all those good. Glass. Should be trying to stack it on top of ones that already exist. So Champagne. Champagne still has people. Have 2 more railways, and then have 20 more glass. It's going to produce a mix, but oh well. Then once that's done, assuming that takes care of glass. Silk. Did we not produce enough silk? Seemingly not, so more silk. Rhone. Sure. Have another train, and then 20 silk. That's going to give us another, like, 400, which is about right. Then what? Wine we can't deal with. We're dealing with food by making those ones, although... Yeah, they're still finishing, so that's fine. We can do a little bit of coal. And then we need more grain again. In fact, we're already dealing with a little bit of coal. So grain. Franche-Comté. You have spare people. 1, 2. Let's chuck in 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sets of wheat. And that can mean more food somewhere, as in more processed food like this. What's going on? Why isn't this profitable? Because it produces too much booze. What if we dialed back the booze? There we go. That's more profitable. Fine. And then it was what? 10 more of you. That's going to leave sugar in a bit of a deficit. Is there someone that can make pure sugar? The French West Indies. Sure. Do you have a port? You've got 3 more available use. 1, 2, 3. More sugar. Go. How much is 3 more sugar even, though? It's probably nothing. No, that's actually not nothing. That's like another 100. Anywhere else that could have another sugar? No, we're not using Pondicherry. I don't mind the French Ivory Coast getting used up. Although the tobacconist need is higher. So 3 more of them. Then where? The French Indian Ocean. The Galapagos. Not Galapagos. Ile de Bourbon and Mauritius. It does have a port. There we go. Perfect. Then what? All looks lovely. We've actually dropped one because Mecklenburg is doing too well. Glass, 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 glass. Silk, 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 silk. Wheat, 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 wheat. Food, 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 food. Okay, we're actually out ahead of the curve for once. We had been having trouble keeping up with our production queue. Which kind of means maybe I should shove in some more production buildings. Yeah, probably. So how much do you cost me per thing? And how can you possibly not be profitable when there's a shortage? So what else? Tools. Tools. The shortage is being finished. Steel. The shortage is being finished. Coal. Yes. Say 10 more coal. Oh. Sure, you need another train, and so does Poitou. No? Where was the other one that needed another train? Here. No, it doesn't. And if this one's getting another train, what can it fit inside of it? It can fit... I don't really need more iron. It can fit... one more tool, one more furniture. You know what? We could actually have some more furniture. That's about right with what spare capacity is in that location. We keep getting rubber rush even though we don't know about... oh no, we do know about rubber now. Sure, grab that. See what Rubber Rush does for us. Stupid gold mines. Fine, we'll have another port. Or we could upgrade your port to the fancier kind of port. And then have one rubber. And the same argument applies for locations here that had people but not infrastructure space. So like you, but not none of that. So this, upgrade your port, use more clipper ships, but give more infrastructure so that we can chuck in 5 rubber. You have people, but not enough infrastructure. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that going to actually meet your population? Probably about right, yes. What about yours? You have 8 left. Do we need any coffee? No. Do we need more dye? Kind of. Both. Praestinium spike. All the categories are empty, so we get both categories just by default by doing either. At least until people start filling them out. Back this one. You know what? You can have the rest of the tobacconists there. If we ever need more tobacco, people will move there. The answer is both, rather than yes. Yes is being a bit obstructionist. Actually, I don't think there's enough people to man all that, so we leave you alone. French Western Australia also doesn't really have enough people. What about French New Zealand? French New Zealand has enough to at least have a port. And then maybe think about some wheat farms that produce wine. Same deal with you. Good. What about these? There's enough for a person to do something. So I guess we produce some cow here. There's enough for a person to do something. So one more wheat farm. And there's enough for a person to do something, so produce one more wheat farm. Okay, what next for the SimCity? Exclamation mark rules, Praesidinium. But yes, there is a measure of that. Still. My system's not the strongest, and I'm still getting records, so for the moment I should help the Indian territories get freedom? I think not. What? Why didn't that work? Yeah, there you go. It is still a little bit like that in Speed 4, but it's much less so. It has a cooldown, so after I did it, of course you can't. But I don't know why it didn't. Oh no, it triggered for Matthias, and that's why it didn't work for Praesidinium. Then I don't feel silly. It was just me not watching chat enough. So what do we need? We need one more you, like 4 more of you. There isn't space. Where else is there space for this? French Senegal. Sure. Say 2 more, and then coal. Which we needed like 5. And there are people, but there's no space, so we chuck you a train line. We chuck in 5 of these. Consider that done. Then what? Consistently changes it at an exact date. We do need more lead. Alverne is the solution. How many spare people? Worryingly few. You need a train line, and then you need 5 of these. That's going to be like another 250 something, which is not enough. We'd like to learn about dynamite. Okay, what else is producing good money and do we need? Train? Like, we just increased train. No, train is still getting finished. But that points out that steel is still not good enough, so... Steel. How about Languedoc? Yeah, Languedoc has lots of people still. Although so does Picardy, and Picardy is the one that's already producing it, so it stacks more bonus together. Let's just chuck in 5 more there. Okay, so that takes care of steel. More dyes again. I don't think I can actually make any more dyes. Not unless I start exploiting Celebes. Something like that. Where else? Those ones are still coming online, so hopefully between that and the ones we just queued, that's enough for a while. What else? Glass. Our good friend glass. Do we need fancy glass? No, if anything, we're slightly overproducing fancy glass. So here, here. Let's go look at this one. Is this producing fancy glass or normal glass? Where was it? Here. Are you producing fancy glass or normal glass? You're producing fancy, so I don't want you. Are you producing fancy or normal? You're producing normal, so we totally can use you if you've got free people. And you do. Do you have free infrastructure? You do not, so let's just go 1, 2, and then spit out another 20 glassworks. Yeah, whatever. Be powerful. What do I care? That takes care of glass, hopefully, although it's going to make our lead problem worse. So... Algiers, you're not really doing much for us at the moment.
I've heard there are jobs here. I want to be a lion tamer.
I definitely have the free population. It definitely has free infrastructure, so let's just chuck down 10 of them. Even 15. Well, 14 because it makes it a nice number. Yes, you may all flood away to the rubber. I don't care. And then if that takes care of the lead... We actually need ammo? Why? Why has our ammo usage gone up? Someone is buying my ammo. Do not like. That gets us up to 40. We can add in 1 munition plant. And that's probably balanced after the fact that it gets market access again. They're buying my bombs. Buy my bombs! That also probably fixes gun and cannon to an extent. Train. Train just needs more, so we chuck in 2 more people, say. Yes, that doesn't make that critical. Oh, let's just be lazy and chuck in 4 so that we're ahead of the curve. Wood is still actually ahead of the curve, but you know, there's no more people here, is there? So there's no point in adding more there. Where is somewhere that there is people? Wherever there's the most people, let's go add a huge furniture industry. Which is apparently Picardy or Brittany. Brittany, welcome to producing furniture. So total space is 20, plus we just built 20, so 40, which is 2 sets of 10. Hello, double furniture. Okay. This can probably move. Don't know where would be useful. We're making enough money that we should probably add in that next stack of production, so let's look, and let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you know what? Rather than a full stack, we'll fill in the ones that are partially done all the way to the top. So it's like an extra half a stack. There. So this probably takes it up to what? 550? Something like that? How are we doing for this? We've overtaken GB. But we've overtaken GB, but our population isn't less than GB's. Still, we're about there, which means we might want to think about making the unis now. So, where can we make our stupidly large amount of unis? Yeah. Normandy, welcome to being the intellectual capital of France. You may have 20 unis. Right? Yes, you may have 20 unis. That gives us approximately 40 more points. That gets us up to 100. We can have even more than that, though. So, even more unis it is. A second railway for the second set of unis. There. And that's going to mean more paper. Just do a world conquest, then there's no one else to compete with for GDP. True! You're not wrong. Tarkus is not wrong, although I think he's leading us on a bit of a wild goose chase there. That's going to mean more paper. Find somewhere that consumes paper and look at what paper's doing. That's definitely going to leave us short of paper. So, industry, paper. Do we know about the better kind of paper yet? That's a worthwhile question. Could we just go click the button and go, boom, even better paper? We could. Then why not? Why not indeed? And the answer is probably because it explodes our sulfur industry. Yeah, no, it didn't even. Sulfur's still okay. So now when all those unis finish, we should be fine. Let's make that quick building. And chuck them all to the top of the list because we want that now. There we go. Then what? Because I don't think a whole bunch of unis are especially going to help our GDP. Aside from the fact that they stimulate the paper industry a little. What's happening? I gave you a new train. You should be happy. There, go be happy. Go be happy, go be happy. Same with you. There, now they won't be able to complain about low market access. Food again. Food and actually alcohol. But I don't especially want to debalance fish anymore. This food will come back when this gains market access again. The only reason this is fluctuating is because of that market access. It's going to put us up to 40, so I could have 2 more. Make some extra fish. It's all the starving and partying college students, the sudden extra need for alcohol and food. What else? Tobacco I can't deal with. Food I can't deal with. Clipper ships we can deal with. And man o' wars. 1 more shipyard. Somewhere that there isn't already a shipyard, thank you. And tell it to be a dual purpose one that focuses on military. Then what? We could have like 4 more fish. Which is to say 2 more fish. Very good. And then lead again. Which is to say Algiers. Well, Algiers is already filling out that need for lead. That should be fine. 6 is 12. 12 gets us up to 34, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. There, that's 100% of Algiers infrastructure usage done. I mean, I would say I know how to go about doing every single EU4 achievement. I do not know how you would do this one at the moment. As I said before, I don't think it's been balanced. It was balanced for when they said the American Indians used to control basically everything on the west-hand side of the Appalachians. I mean, technically in this time at the start date, America owns but doesn't really have full control over Florida, even. You could argue that it was sort of still not really theirs, in an administered sense. So, like, maybe it should start as a non-incorporated territory. But definitely lots of this was basically just, we claim to be here and we have maybe a trade post or 2 along rivers, sort of thing. The Florida market access equals 0 even to this day. We need more things to do because I've run out of things on the list, so we can do more of clothes. Yes, 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 we could start making electricity. Are there people here? There are spare people, so have a train line. And then chuck in 5 more of... 10 more? 10 more of you. Make sure that it's set to normal clothing. Because I don't need that much fancy clothing. Very good. I'd like steam donkeys to minimize the number of people used, because I think we're going to start hitting the no people problem soon. Train is still short. Seriously? Maybe I should move these unis out of Paris. Can I do anything to make it use less people? That would be one solution. Yes, I can. Done. What about the other industries here? Do whatever you want. This is going to drastically increase our coal usage. But it's going to mean that there are suddenly free people here. Yep, there's 30k unemployed people that will hopefully now fill up all the jobs that they were refusing before. And it's probably decimated our... No, it hasn't done that terrible things for our coal. We could go look at some more coal. Pickety, you've got space for coal. 1, 2. 1, 2. Done. Dynamite would be useful. The Aristocats. Everybody. Hardwood is... Whoa, this needs to be resorted, please. Hardwood is more needed than normal wood, so we could go flip a couple more of them to mixed purpose. I don't need cow. I do need all of... Say... No. You should remember where you were in the list. You go back to here. You go back to here. You go back to here, and hopefully that brings balance back to the hardwood. Yes, it does. Good. Market says we need more stupid bullet. That's just because this still isn't full. It's filling up, so that's fine. We need food again. Pickety, you know what? You're becoming our solution to every single problem in terms of what we shove here. 10, 20, just food, no booze. Just food, no booze. Then what? Well, how much is 20? Is 20 going to be enough? It's going to be like 2k. What's the shortage? Yeah, the shortage is less than 2k, so that's fine. Stop telling me this is critical. Grr. Fill up with people. Supply this. Do it. Oh, the Australians are revolting. They're also rebelling. Hardy, hardy, har, har. There we go. What else can we do? And we can move that, because it's no longer being built here. Tons of shit is being built there instead. Go. Someone died. Yeah, become happier. Can we boost any of these yet? Nope. We're up to number 2. And what about this? How do you tell if you're number 1 for this? I honestly haven't... I don't know how you tell how you're number 1 for this. I guess we'll just have to rely on the achievement triggering. Which means I need to keep boosting that number. Which is to say, look at our most profitable businesses and build more of them. Which at the moment is textile, glass... Textile, glass, steel, munition. Yeah, but that's because you're not frigging well filling up with people. Fill up with people. What can we do to help force you to have more people? Give your other industries steam donkeys. Here. Steam donkey, rail transport. Nothing I can do for that one. What about the cows? I could give you electric fences, but I can't actually do that. Maybe that was enough? It doesn't look like it was, so you know what? You're just going to get losing these logging camps. It's not worth these not having people in them. Force some unemployment so that they go into the jobs that I want them to have. 3, 2, 1, 0, and that means we can probably have 2 more of those. And they stop complaining about not enough gun. And then they will also stop complaining about not enough munitions. That means we need to make up for the wood that we just killed. Champagne, how are you doing for people? Yes, you can fit 9 people. Go. That makes up for the ones we just deleted. And then we're looking at these and deciding what else we needed. Apparently we still need more food. Is that because you aren't finished? Yes, it's because you aren't finished. We still need more sugar. Can't do anything about that. More train. I can do something about that. These are going to get deleted and moved. I don't... Brrr, they shouldn't move around. There should be a delay on when you do that. 3, 2, 1, 0. And that means this can have 5 more unis. Making up for the ones we just deleted. This should ensure you stay full of stupid train people. 1 more. And that means we can move more steel over here. There, that should fix that. That's the game being like, why aren't you using opium? Use more opium. We don't care. Dyes I can't deal with. Wine I can't deal with. Tobacco I can't really deal with. I could deal with wine. I could find one of these places that has unused population and just go here, have 2 train lines, and then have 40 extra wheat farms. That's more wine and more grain. Both of which are in short supply, so that works, and we do it somewhere else as well. Aquitania. You don't even... Well, you do need 1. You need 1 train to do that. Goodbye, Noongar. 1, 2, 3, 4. See what land we got from the Western Australians. Welcome to having a port. And there's enough for 3 things. You could make 3 extra wheat farms. Welcome to being part of France. What else? Oh, GDP per capita is the best. So what? It must be our innovation isn't the best? What did it trigger when I wasn't looking? Yeah, well, we got the best GDP per capita. So it must be innovation. $180 uncapped. Okay, more unis. Go. Train. Unis. 1 million universities in Normandy, sorry. Nothing but universities. 100% of government resources go towards more unis. Yes, Spain is part of our market. The intention was that we would eat them if we didn't get to #1 GDP per person quickly enough, and then that would give us more resources and people to use. It's kind of surprising we aren't at maximum innovation earning with this many. Like, who is beating us? And how do you even tell? You know what that means? That means we should stop doing these and we should start doing ones that let us increase our education investment. So compulsory school. We are going to build a whole bunch of administrative things so I can up my schooling level again. I didn't mean like that. Although 20 doesn't sound too insane either. We'll wait for these units to be done. If that doesn't trigger it, then we will push the administrations up and push the education thingy up. Okay, those are the unis finished, so now we do these. Start employing people. Go unis. Employ more people. Use the fancier kind of uni thing. I don't care about Two Sicilies. Is that not enough? It looks like it's not enough. Oh, come on. Boo. Boo. How many unis can he possibly have? Like, who would be out earning us? It's got to be Britain, right? I wonder if it cares about capped or uncapped. Well, it definitely doesn't care about uncapped, because uncapped I'm at 200 and something, and I can't imagine that they're beating that number. So I need to raise my literacy. Well, the main thing is boosting that schooling level back up, which is these finishing, and then adding even more schooling level. And raising wealth. Wealth and or the type of schooling law we have to be a more effective schooling law. But it's public schools, and that's the most reasonable, so we need to get this happening. Compulsory school. Which we are working on. What else can boost education level? We do have a fair bit of richness, but well, let's think. This is 20%. My average wealth is 16. So technically private schools would be only 16, whereas this is 20. No. Until my average richness was 20%, this is not a good decision, I think. And we're better off just shoving more money into the schools that we do have. So what do I need then? I need... What lets you have higher education? Of course it doesn't tell you. Well, quick Google. What does Google say? Google is not being overly helpful. Higher education? I see human rights. I don't think child education in here is 2 levels though, right? No, it is 2. Okay. I was expecting it to be 2 separate 1-1s, not one that does 2. We also should be building more stuff so that we don't start falling behind Britain. So what can we do? We can do more alcohol and food. Yes. What else could we do? We could do more. I can't deal with tobacco. I can't really deal with... Well, I could deal with that. But that would also produce more explosive. And explosive is already super cheap. Sort the list again. A little bit more sulfur. Nope. Alphone is the winner. Yes. Go, 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 go. And then who likes it? I should already get them in government. I should pre-get them in government. Who likes the, Who likes this? Trade unions. Can I get rid of the industrialists? No, I cannot. So that looks like about optimal. Why can't I do this? Because the intelligentsia want to join. And we should stop that. The petite bourgeoisie want to join. Done. Now this is ready for pushing that through once the tech finishes. Holy moly, our literacy sucks. Our literacy sucks. Even Prussia is more literate than us. What else can we do? We could do some more coal. Picardy still had more space for more coal, and so does over here. There's definitely more people. There's definitely more space. Have 10 more coal. Oh! Pause. Done. Pop-up happened. This is going to be a really hard one to prove without, So what triggered that then? Because I don't think I suddenly have more of this, right? It's not like we passed a, Maybe it only recalculated at the end of the year. It might have been an end-of-year check one. Like in EU4, where the trade one only checks at end of year and, whenever you do a save load. That's my guess. My guess is that it was an end-of-year check. Spain is my minion. The aim was that we would eat him. I was expecting the GDP thing to be harder than the literacy thing. It ended up being the other way around. And that therefore I might want to have this guy ready to go annex subject, eat, get another quarter of our population. Slightly more than a quarter. Get like another third of our population to then chuck into the... to throw into the workforce. Rather than being stuck with our horribly low population, considering that I've been playing China. And everything seems like it has a horribly low population compared to China. Because China has more population than the next 8 best people combined. Right? China is bigger than the next 8 people combined. At start date. China is big. Really big. You may think that space is large. Anyway, we're done. Who can I get behind what they're doing? Because that is... enough for the day. Save our things, at least for now. Have dinner, and I might do some more after dinner. We can get behind Alto. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you had a lovely time. Thank you for your help, as always, chat. Catching things that I miss. Making good suggestions at times. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. For those of you watching for the first time, considering that follow button, it will let you know when I'm live again. Otherwise, peace. At least for as long as I've had dinner. Maybe till tomorrow. We'll see. Catch ya.